They agree. I said, I said, so you took the easy way out? And she goes, no. I just know what I would have wanted at 13.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I said, oh, yeah. I said, that's called living through your daughter, bitch.
Well, at least you get it. At least you get it. Because that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, mugs living through their daughters. They're the children who didn't know how to share at playtime, at recess. They're the ones who can barely tap into what they call now emotional intelligence properly. And that's why every time that there's actually a man in the atmosphere, everybody swears up and down, my story is the same as everybody else. I had a narcissist who was abusive, and he just always did this and did that. 9 out of the 10, you gave that man hell. He had to deal with your mouth. You were quite abusive. You were quite aggressive, and all kinds of things. And you were the literal definition of what the scriptures talk about: a brawling woman who sends a man to the corner of the rooftop because he ain't trying to be up in the crib with you. So yeah, it's a whole lot deeper than that, Tasha K. You know, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, they need there to be no challenge in these homes. That's what they really want. They need there to be no challenge. That's why a lot of these broads can't really be wives, don't know how to be wives. Because by the time a man is really a man and really kingly and really royal and godly behind closed doors, they're challenging that man. They're every bit of what the scriptures talk about: a brawling woman who runs her husband to the corner of the rooftop. But then you lying and want to tell everybody else that, oh, he just basically just act like he just woke up slapping you because it's Wednesday. No, you were verbally abusive. You were physically abusive. All you could do is just be evil. And then on top of it, you carry that man's children. You don't care about what they see. And that's how these women can sit around this table and talk like this, because there's no man there to challenge them, just like how they like it. Hey, at the end of the day, maybe it is the brother's fault. And so what that tells me is, hey, maybe you can blame black men. Maybe you can't blame men, period. Whoever women is doing this the most. Because at the end of the day, in a society today where the scriptures prophesied that women would do this, we're in a time where men are catching on and they don't even want to give you their seed. And y'all getting mad because they're going overseas. You're getting mad because they picking outside their race. And you're getting mad because of all type of stuff, because you can't handle the authority and the options that God gave these men. They can have whatever they want in order. Have whatever they want. A woman will fall in line with the man in the way that the Virgin Mary obeyed everything that Yahweh said. Some of you just don't realize how much you curse yourself because you made the decision to carry a man's children. And you think that you can now sit back, be a fool. You can't tell that man what to do. All he got to do is pay attention to what the scriptures say. All he got to do is pay attention to what the law say. All he got to do is pay attention to what the Holy Ghost said. Because clearly your mind, your ears ain't open or tapped into none of that, because you too goofy to realize, dang, I carried this man's children. Why the heck would I not make sure I close off everything and anything else and lock and step with this man? Because he knows the lineage. He knows the history. He knows everything that came from him and that he carried before he released these children to me. He's got to explain and break down the emotions and everything and help his children. But I'd rather make it more difficult because I'm prideful. Pride comes before the fall. Have fun. Because one thing about it, when Yeshua was accused, he didn't say a word. When he was lied on, he didn't say a word. Y'all gonna understand that these men today, while y'all keep on trying to be slick, tell them things like fight for your children in a society, well, what you expect that man to do? I mean, it's really practically, you're really waging war when you take a man's children and you go over here and he got to be somewhere over. You forced all these different things to happen so you can say, now come find us, come force, do this, do that. Like you created chaos for him to run after and follow. No. Men are much smarter because they're paying attention to their God. And they understand that that's not what they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to be all following emotions and acting a fool. Not supposed to be doing none of that. And as they're stepping back, you're going to be looking like the fool. No, what you're going to see is you're going to see that man follow Christ. He's going to do way better. And you're going to see what it looks like when a woman and a man are in lockstep together and they work together. And she submits to the fact that, look, these are your children. I carried them for you because you couldn't carry them you couldn't birth them out and incubate them yourself. This is my righteous honor to my Lord. If you would have ever respected a man that way, you might have had a better situation. Your marriage might have went somewhere and a whole lot of things. But because your pride gets in the way, and then you find yourself at tables with other goofies talking like this, or even, it might not even have to be this, but you could be thinking all kind of other stuff because you have no idea when your children come to you with the type of foolishness going on in this world. When they bring it to you, you ain't gonna know how to deal with it. You're gonna be running to that daddy. What do you think he's supposed to do when you've had more influence than he has?